Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. Reactor online. Sensors on.
Good evening, Scrotorious Bastards! The end of the week is over. It is time to kick back. Time to grab an adult beverage. Time to head on over to MekHQ so we can kick the asses of none other than the red assholes. Hello, everybody! Here I am, coming at you live from Canopus 4, here in our new abode, our new apartment. It is an apartment which is new, which is why I call it the new apartment. First of all, before we get too deep, I want to have some fantastic congratulations. We have a congratulations to Thomas Feisman, who's reached a 25 stream streak. I am not convinced I have been streaming for 25 streams, but here we are. We have Knight, who not only hit a 15 stream streak, but also has resubscribed for their second month. Thank you so much, Knight, for all of your support. I really appreciate that. And this goes to everybody who's followed or subscribed. I really appreciate the support. And I see in chat we've got the entire population of Mars. Glad you could join us. The entire population of Mars says that Knight is so dedicated they got a 30-day streak on the streamer's first stream. But hello, here we are. Oh my god. Oh, I see Alitair Samaris. Glad you could join us. Alitair is one of the devs over at MegaMek. In fact, they are our favorite dev because they are the UI dev. They've been doing all the sexy stuff like the brand new briefing room and the upcoming complete revision to campaign options. Radar says, hopefully the Scrotorious Basterds will have a better time than the Junk Knights right now. Currently on the Kirkcaldy, dealing with rebels that they reorganize into a hell of a campaign. Well. Nothing but a rough time to give you a good memory, Radar. Here we are. We're here. And what is exciting about being here today? Well, as I say, we are in our new apartment. And what a week it has been. Oh. Okay, a quick recap. So, last week, I was scheduled to move in a month. And then within a space of a week, that month went down to 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, moving in 2 weeks. I can manage organizing a moving adventure in 2 weeks. It's going to be rough, but I can do it. And then, with 3 days to spare, it got moved to 3 days. So cue us calling in every favor we had to try and pack up our household as quickly as possible in the space of a handful of days so that we could organize a 2-car and 1-truck convoy across state lines to bring us to our new abode. In fact, everything was so chaotic, half our stuff is still at the old place that we're going to need to go back and get. Thankfully, the old place is my wife's parents' place, so it's not like it's going anywhere. But yeah, basically, my wife's parents are selling the place, which is good on them. It's worth a fair bit of money. But that meant that we needed to clear out so they could get the place ready for viewing. And yeah, wow, it was an adventure. And then we're on our way, let's say 2 cars and a truck. And it's not a big truck because obviously this is last minute, so we couldn't book a U-Haul. We had to go to Home Depot and just take whatever truck they had available, which unfortunately was the smallest truck they had. So even if we had time to pack everything, which we didn't, we wouldn't have had space to fit it in. Tetris Master SPA only gets you so far. So we're driving down the way, and it's chucking down with rain. You can barely see out of the windscreen. And we're in the mountains. There is no reception, so none of us can use sat-nav beyond what was stored before we went into the mountains. And then we hit, in the middle of the mountains, we hit a goddamn closed road. And by this point, we all stopped off at Buc-ee's. God bless Buc-ee, the patron saint of travelers in the US. So we'd all stopped off at Buc-ee's. We all left at different times. And then all of us hit this closed road and the miles-long traffic jam it caused at different points in our journey. But none of us could warn the rest of the convoy, because nobody had reception. And it was a couple of us managed to get what's the word? Managed to get like some satellite messages sent out, but that meant nobody could reply to them because only 2 of our vehicles run on Apple. The third ran on Android, and Android can't reply when Apple sends a satellite message. Viceman says, don't tell me we went down on 40. I wasn't driving. I have no fucking clue where we were. I just know we were in the mountains, and I know which mountains, but I'm not telling you that one. Yeah, it was a clusterfuck. And of course, moving is stressful. And one of our dogs, Mr. Bear, he gets stressed very easy. He's the biggest dog we have, but he's such a big baby. We love him. He's very sensitive of heart. And the move and all the chaos just freaked him the fuck out. So we arrive, and Mr. Bear just refuses to poop for a week. Like, he started pooping yesterday for the first time since getting here on Sunday. The problem is, we wished that Bear would poop so we didn't have to take him to the vet, and the monkey paw curled a finger, and now Mr. Bear cannot stop pooping, and Mr. Bear is pooping right in my living room. And the living room doesn't have a window. So I've been desperately cleaning up after Mr. Bear while burning a scented candle in the desperate attempt to stop the house smelling like Mr. Bear's back end. So the poor little man he's tuckered out at the moment. He's asleep on the bed. Speaking of my animals' bodily functions, the cats, we have 2 cats. We have Bandit, who you've met many times on stream, and we have Aya, who tends to be a little bit more quiet, so you haven't really noticed her. They could not have had a more different travel journey. So Bandit was with my new housemate, because I'm now with my wife and a housemate. And Bandit loves our housemate. They're like his favorite person. And so Bandit was in his crate in my housemate's car. And they had the heated seats turned on. They're reaching into the carrier to give him scritches. He was given some extra chicken bits. Like he had the first class treatment. He apparently didn't even cry once. He just fell asleep. He was happy as anything. Meanwhile, our other cat, Aya, also known as Grumpy Von Grumblebutt, had the worst time. We hadn't even left our original city before the poor thing was soaked in her own pee. She was in the back of the car with me and 2 dogs. Like, if Bandit was in first class, she spent the entire 6-hour drive in luggage. And she was not happy. She has spent the past couple of days just screaming at us because she's so upset that we're not taking her back to where she should be, and also that we drove with her soaked in her own wee. She did not have a good time. Heckin' Doc said, my cat spent the majority of the drive from North Carolina to Kansas chilling on my lap. It went surprisingly well. Yeah, no, Bandit traveled really well. Aya had a fucking miserable time. Poor thing. And of course, I was stuck in the back with the dogs who were farting the entire way there and back. It was very pungent back in luggage with me. But everything's calmed down now. Feisman says, poor kitty, yeah. Alistair says that even when they go well, moves are super stressful. They really are. But things are clearing up now. We had some dev streams during the week, but other than today, they ended early because I was just so exhausted. But today I was good. I had my first taste of coffee in nearly a week, and I was alive again. But yeah, here we are. I see someone's messaging me on Discord, which quickly check. I'm being told off for working tomorrow. Well, sucks to suck. Yeah, so let's turn off Discord. We don't need that now. Actually, I better leave it on, just in case one of my housemates have to reach me. But yeah, so that's been my week. It's been a very stressful week, but we're doing good. What have we been doing in MekHQ? So because we're still on 51.0, I can't show you the really cool things that we've done. 51.01 just isn't in a state where we can play. So what things we've done, we've revitalized the personnel view. So this view here that you see on your right, that's been completely updated. So now rather than the infinite list of infinite things, it now uses tabs. It's very cool. What else? The other big thing is that we are currently in the middle of a massive rewrite of every aspect of contract stuff. We're still in the prep work for that because the prep work really takes a long time. I've done the original. I've done the original like prep work to kind of do the transition, and today I'm doing the last bit of breaking a chain of inheritance. I won't go into the details of that; it's very gory. But what I will say is that one pull request, now pull request is a request to change the code. One pull request is hitting, I think it was 106 different classes. This is a massive overhaul. But we're kind of starting to get, I keep hitting my microphone, I do apologize. We're starting to get an idea of what we want to do with this overhaul. And one of the cool things that we're settling on is the concept of multi-mission contracts. What does that mean? Haha. Well, a multi-mission contract is you go into your contract market, contract market, and you go, oh, there's a nice contract here. I want that contract. You click on it. Now, this will get completely overhauled to account for it. You click on it and you can see, oh, this contract is a planetary assault. Ah, exciting. It's a planetary assault. Okay, well, we've done plenty of planetary assaults. We know what a planetary assault is. Blah, blah, blah. But then you notice, hang on, this is a two mission contract. That means you do planetary assault. If you win the planetary assault, it moves on to garrison. If you lose the planetary assault, it moves on to, say, guerrilla, as you get trapped behind enemy lines, and now we're in the middle of a guerrilla contract. And so we're introducing the idea of linked contracts, essentially. So if you think about MechWarrior 5, where you have those contracts that have multiple scenarios in a row, we're doing that, but contracts. So a contract will have multiple contracts in a row. And so you're going to be entering into these really interesting, difficult decisions. This contract is beautiful. It's really, really cool, but it's 3 contracts deep. Can I pull off 3 contracts with no rest and recovery between? Pink Bully says it sounds really cool. It does sound really cool. And I see that Pink Bully is currently on a 20 stream streak. Thank you so much for joining us each and every day. Radar Center engineers are going to be eating good for 51.01. So Hammer teased what they're working on. Hammer's been like got a bee in their bonnet, in his bonnet about infantry in 51.01. So expect some really, really cool stuff with infantry. I can't go into too much details. I'm just going to have a bit of order. I've been streaming a lot today and my voice is still really tired from all the driving and stuff like that, so just bear with me. The entire population of Mars says that sounds perfect for narrative contracts. Exactly. One of the concepts that I teased earlier. Now, so we're going to have a dedicated YouTube video specifically talking about this sometime next week. I need to write a script for it and bring it forward, but you're going to have a dedicated YouTube video that's going to go into what our plans are and how it's going to influence, how it's going to affect you. But one of the really cool things I'm thinking of doing is like what I've been referring to as, what did I call them earlier? Grand assaults or grand invasion. That's what I called it. Grand invasion contracts. So this is just an example of some of the things that we could do. In my mind, we have a grand invasion. And what that is you see a contract and it will say, I don't know, for example, Fourth Succession War, and it's a contract for the Federated Suns, and it is a grand invasion of the compelling Confederation. You pick that contract, and now you suddenly have 5 planetary invasions to do, all on different systems, because now, with the introduction of being able to split your forces across the inner sphere, we're going to be introducing, as part of the contract overhaul, the ability to take multiple contracts at once. So a grand invasion, for example, would be picking a number out of the air, 5 planetary assaults. And those planetary assaults might have secondary contracts, like one might become a garrison if you need a hold or whatever. And suddenly you're not only needing to manage the forces for a single contract, you're now spreading your forces across multiple fields of engagement. And we're going to be able to do things like this for the Amaris Civil War. We can do this for clan invasion, for example, and this is going to really open up, as the entire population of Mars mentions, this is going to really open up narrative style contracts. So this is going to take a while to get going, a while to get done. It's probably going to be very similar to the faction standing ultimatums where we do an early amount of work and then we'll slowly build up to get more coverage over the months. But this is going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be really, really powerful for us as developers, but it's going to allow us to modernize how we deliver contracts to you guys so that you can engage MekHQ in a way that doesn't feel like it was designed a decade ago. So this is going to take, this is my only major project for the foreseeable. I'm expecting it to take a few months to get everything put together, but this is going to happen. I will be bringing it to you. Look forward to it. And again, I will be making a YouTube video next week. That's going to be a scripted YouTube video where I go over what our plans are and how it's going to influence people. So how it's going to influence your campaigns. So just look for that. I might talk to Hammer about doing an announcement in MekHQ, sorry, MegaMek's official Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you're not already aware, we have a Discord now. You'll find the link in the place on Twitch where links live. But that's enough of the recap of where we've been out of character. How about the recap of where we've been in character? So let's just remove this contract. Bloop. Okay, so last week we had an unprecedented number of drops. Look at all these beautiful drops. And most of these were from last week's session before I moved. I have no idea where I found the energy to do so many drops, but we did it. However, we have multiple mechs down. If we head over to the toe, bring up Able Company, you'll see that Able Lance is down to 2 mechs, Baker is sitting at 4, Charlie is sitting at 3, and our reserve lance just consists of a half-built awesome. So we are not in an awesome situation. We've got one scenario living in ready to be prepped, and that's got a Baker. It's got Baker ready for it to defend another allied dropship that's been brought down. But what happened at the end of last session? So if you guys remember, at the end of last session, Charlie Lance was pushing through an urban environment. They were attempting to get behind enemy lines, and they've been doing this a lot. They were tired, they were worn out, they weren't playing their best. And at the final second, as as Thor and Loki were just about to move out of the enemy line of contact, a rifleman just emerged around the corner and trapped and placed itself between Loki and Thor. Now, Thor tried turning around to save Loki, and Loki just tried getting out of dodge, but they couldn't. Neither of them had jump jets. It was a whole thing. In fact, Thor even fell over trying to assist Loki. But in the end, that rifleman stuck its foot straight through the stinger, I believe, Loki was in, and just obliterated it. Loki was trapped in the wreckage, but we had no idea. We weren't able to pick up any return from the IFF. We had no idea. All we knew is that the mech had gone down, and Thor had no choice. Thor had absolutely no choice. He had to evac. He couldn't bring down a rifleman all by himself in a locust. He had to get out of dodge. So in the end, he turned and he ran, leaving Loki in the wreckage alone. And again, we had no idea Loki was there. There was no calls on comms. There was nothing on the IFF. It was a complete blank slate. Mech down, pilot unknown. But as we returned to base, we discovered, if I scroll down here, that Thor and Loki are actually married, and that they had married in secret because they didn't want it to cause problems with the unit. So not only did Thor turn and leave Loki behind, but he turned and left his husband behind. But what of Loki? Right now, we don't know. We know that Loki has a burned left thigh, but what we don't know is where they are. Have they been captured by the enemy? Are they trying to flag down Allied search and rescue? All we know is that they are missing, and what we can do is hope and pray that they come back alive. But them returning alive, well, I'm sure that's going to put a strain on Loki and Thor's relationship. But we shall see. That's where we were last session. We are still in the middle of our second contract. We have multiple mechs down, multiple pilots in the infirmary. If I head over to the infirmary, you can see that we have Odin with a day left on his right ankle fracture. Interestingly, Loki is somehow in the infirmary. That's a bug. Loki should not be in the infirmary unless they were found by search and rescue and I didn't notice. Let me double check. I need to find what their status is. Oh, I know how I can do it easily. So they must have returned from search and rescue, but I don't remember seeing anything. Oh, we recovered them alive. Okay. Well, that's not very dramatic. So we are going to, because that's not dramatic. And here's the thing. This is something I always tell you folks. Always make the decision that tells the best story. And the best story right now is Loki being taken as a POW. Oh, I think I need to not POW. No, it is POW. Yeah. King Miles says he's Loki. Of course he tricked his way out of capture. I agree, but I like this narrative more. So we're going to make Loki a POW. It also means we get to interact with the enemy POW system. For example, he may well escape of his own accord. Turn himself into a horse and whatnot. Okay, so let's get this next drop going. We have a day, so boop. Happy winter holidays. The unit's making the most of it, and I just want to remind you that your presence would definitely add to the atmosphere. I keep hearing whispers that you're too busy to show up, but I'm pretty sure that's just folks trying to lure you out. If you can make it, it'd be great to see you. Plus, it might just surprise a few skeptics. I think we're swamped in reports right now because we've got an engagement literally today. Okay, well, Odin's back. Good to see. And here we have our first drop of the day. Start game. The enemy is launching a deep strike behind our lines, aiming for our dropship. We always retain battlefield control, so let's grab Salvage Group Able. Where is my... There we go, just grab a group of scrubs. Okay, just have some water. Okay, looks like we have an allied Fury. What does the Fury have? Oh, the Fury's actually has some weapons for once. That's good to know. Team overview. We are sitting at 7.2k to their 6.1, so we've got a little bit of advantage, but we have to remember that some of that BV is wrapped up in our dropship, which we have to defend. It probably helps if I check how long we need to defend it for. 12 turns. Okay. I don't think we're going to last 12 turns. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Ugh, swamp. This is going to be interesting, so I don't think we have any jump jets in Baker. Unless Mr. Krabs has found a jump jet somewhere. And our dropship is all the way over there. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this, gang. Okay, what have we got on return? We have a Whammer. We have an Archer. They fucking love their Archers. We have... I rest my case. We have a second Archer and a pair of Rhinos. They are going to utterly shred this dropship. Long before we have a chance of getting there. Grasshopper's a jumper? Ah, so it is. That's good to know. One day I will remember. Maybe we should just change Bird Kicker's... maybe we should just change Bird Kicker's call sign to I Can Jump. I love seeing Aerodyne have their tiny amount of movement along the ground. It always just makes me think of a shopping cart's squeaky wheel as they kind of scoot along. Radar says no artillery. Yeah, well, true. I don't think that's necessarily a problem that we need to worry too much about. I don't think we have range on anything. We certainly do not. But that's okay. We can advance. And my hope is that we can just distract them enough to draw some fire off of the dropship, because it would actually be quite nice to have. God damn it! Oh, for a second I thought that we were getting shot. I thought we were the red assholes. Okay, so we got the dropship's already making a good fight, but yeah, I think we're in trouble. CM Peterson says Goliath out of picturing a jumping scorpion. Speaking of things that can jump that shouldn't, I have to say, vehicle jump jets I find just ridiculous. Just imagining this tank trundling along and it just bounces into the air. Like, if tanks were meant to fly, they would have been made with propellers. Do we have enough movement? No, we don't. Okay, that's the best we can do. This is basically the worst map that we could have for Baker. Okay, so we actually have one of the archers in line of fire now. We are going to fire both lerms. I'm not expecting much, but you never know, we might get a pilot shot in, which, you know, as I often say, it only takes one shot to kill a mech. Radar says they did try to make tanks fly before and during World War II. I am aware of that, and it's never not been done. AC2. Okay, we have AC2s. We don't have AC5s. We do have AC2s. So let's blink, blink. Searching for those golden BBs. I think my favorite World War II story is how the Brits tricked the Germans into thinking they had an entire tank battalion by just putting them on UK soil, but just inflatable tanks. Okay, the enemy archer is prone, but it looks like they've probably got back up. Actually, I think a better position for Mr. Krabs is probably going to be here. The enemy archer is taking a bit of a pounding, which I'm very happy. Radar says it also helps that Patton was assigned to that unit to really sell the whole thing. Yeah, no, it is a fantastic example of how war isn't necessarily won by who has the biggest and best guns. Because people at the end of the day are people. They're human. If you can trick the human, you can do a lot to win the tactical battle. Okay, how's this enemy archer looking? Okay, the enemy archer's doing okay. It looks like they might have taken a crit on the lower leg, on the right leg. So let's try and bully them a little more. I don't want to make Mr. Krabs too toasty just yet. Medium lasers don't have the range. LRMs do. So again, we're going to throw some more LRMs down in the archer. I'd be more than happy to hit its ammunition. King Miles says, come now, a tank cannon is perfectly functioning rockets that can be used to fly a tank. That was effectively demonstrated in the 2010 documentary, The A-Team. Man, I've actually, despite loving The A-Team, as a kid, I never got around to watching the movie. I really should. I'm sure it's just as ridiculous as I can imagine. I feel like this archer's going down this turn. Nobody else is in range, so we are just shooting it. Radar comments, are they trying to shoot down that drone? No, they are trying to fly that tank. Okay, so one of the rhinos is now immobile. Oh, there goes the dropship. We just couldn't save it. So we slash victory so we can end the scenario. Well, we came, we saw, we expended some ammo. We do control the field, though I don't think we actually salvage anything. Oh no, we did manage to salvage a rhino, and I don't think that rhino is... Yeah, no, that rhino is completely pristine. So we have just got a rhino out of this. Okay. A bunch of small lasers. We got a shit rhino out of this. But 40 LRMs isn't anything to sniff at. But yeah, this is definitely a shit rhino. Drive them closer so I can shoot them with my small lasers. I can refit the rhino? Yeah, you are quite right. But yeah, no, that is a pretty decisive defeat, I feel. The choice of dropship can be interesting, yeah. I've had to defend monarchs from assault weight fire lancers before. It's basically impossible. Yeah, it do be like that. Can we salvage? We can. Yeah, we'll take the pristine rhino. I feel like we can do something here. Let's go to the hangar, bring up our rhino. We definitely want to swap out the LRM ammo from something stupid to something reasonable. That would do. And is the SRM ammo something reasonable? What am I looking for? Change ammo. That's all normal SRMs. Okay. There's a lot of ammo in this thing. But yeah, I think we can do something with this. Let's hit up parts in use. Okay, what are we waiting on? Okay, so we just need to repair the motive system, and we have ourselves a tonk. Now, we don't have anybody to put in the tonk, so let's have a look at our civilians. Do we have anybody we can recruit to the war effort? We've got dependent. No. Musician. No. Spaceport worker. Oh, hey, we can make them an Aztec. Congratulations, you're a private. We'll take you and make you a Aztec. We have a professional. Then, oh, they have medtech. We can make them a medic. So I don't usually bother with permanent Aztecs and medics unless I just happen to get a civilian that has it. Scribe, you any good? Administration. Not really interested in a new administrator. And we've got an independent who doesn't have anything good. They do have an interest in holo games, and if that is not a dependent skill, I don't know what is. Okay, and lastly we have a musician. Yeah, nothing there. Okay, let us go to techs. Where's our private? We need to employ them. And we also need to go to medical staff and do the same there. Where's the employee? There it is. Okay, so we don't have any civilians, and I don't think we can... Yeah, beyond military maneuvers, we can't do that. Tira says we could have put some Thunder LRMs, but I don't really want to. I just want to have like regular LRMs, I think. We've got Sachio Yoshida called Chumbawamba. Okay. Do we have any prisoners who want to defect that we can use? The answer is no. Alrighty then, so let's advance and see what happens. Okay, repair base good. We've already got a tech crew on the Rhino support tank. We just don't have any crew for it. Let's wait for Baker and Savage Group able to return, I think. I think we're going to have to start considering whether we want to make a run on the hostile communication center. Actually, let's try and paint the map a little bit. Okay, there we go. Diversion engagement, which just sucks because Charlie's currently on deployment. How long have we got for that diversion? We have a few days, so we might be able to get Charlie back before that comes up. Four's tired and needed a break. Yeah, me too, bestie. Happy New Year. Not really feeling New Year spirit, but thanks anyway. Morale. Okay. The enemy is in a dire state with most of their forces destroyed or incapacitated. Their ability to fight is severely compromised and morale is near breaking. They are currently wavering. Let's see. What are they currently on? Do we want us alone? Here's a question. Do we want us alone? Could be fun. We have 3 support points. What do you think, chat? What do you think, Scrotorious Basterds? Do we want us alone? Do we have anybody to fly us alone? I don't think so. But we could start making an air wing. Radar says, do we really want to deal with aerospace interceptions right now? Probably not, no. Tira says, Salone is a little heavy to call in with leadership, but it's pretty decent as a reinforcement. Let's skip the Salone for now, I think. I'm not really ready to jump into the wonderful world of aerospace. Oh, the Nihilist got Support Person of the Year. Congratulations, Nihilist. What are you? It's not going to tell me. Ah, well. You got Support Person of the Year. Ooh, everybody's starting to celebrate a year with the Scrotorious Basterds. Which means it is January the 1st, 3046. There is now 4 years until the clan invasion. And Odin is still embezzling. Okay, our standing with the Free Rasalhague Republic is declining. That's normal. That's just animal faction standing decay. So I think in the unit market we care about. Not really, I don't think. Nah, let's cancel out of that. Let's use the unit convoy. Thank you kindly. I believe the convoy arrived safely. It did. Stalker 3F would have been good. Yeah, so the thing is, we're not going to see that for like 200 days. And it's going to be nearly half of our available balance. We can't afford the Stalker 3F. We can admire the Stalker 3F and go, yes, that's a nice Stalker. But we cannot afford the Stalker 3F. Radar mentions we're low on funds. We absolutely are. But the most overworked lance in the unit is once again getting sent out to run past enemy forces. Now, here's the thing. We only have 3 units left in Charlie, but we're still going to need to get 2 across the board. Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. Diversion's up. What gave me a whole bunch of stuff? Okay, it's fine. Give it to me. I want the awesome. What I don't want is to do this scenario, but here we are. Because right now the enemy morale is critical. Our goal here is to break their morale. I really should put Scroats on the approved word list. Tira says the Scroats are really skint. They are. King Miles says, embezzles, constantly explodes out of his mechs, missing a nut. Suddenly I'm questioning call sign assignments. Are you sure Odin isn't actually Loki in disguise and Loki is somebody else? Yeah, no, that would be fun. Okay, we are once again pressing forward on our control stick and hoping for the best. Oh, we didn't get a scenario pop-up. I must have clicked the wrong button. Game. Oh, I am clicking the wrong button. Jesus Christ. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does that. I need to make like the buttons bigger or something. Okay, we are looking at 5k of theirs to 1.4k of ours. Radar says I'm not the only one. Okay, good. That tells me we do need to do something about it, though. Knight also says, and they're not. Yeah, okay. That what that's all telling me is that we definitely need to do something to make that more obvious. Okay, we do, however, have a very, very nice open field. For us to run down center. Actually, I'm thinking you've got a bit of woods here, but otherwise we have a straight line. I think we deploy down here. Wasps can go here. No, Wasps on here. What else we got? Because I don't even know what we actually got in Charlie anymore. Yeah, so Locusts down there. Okay, seems we're running on here. We're just going to move the minimap. And time to let foot the Scroats of War. We still don't have any sensor returns, so I am happy for that to remain the case. Oh, we have an unknown enemy. No details. We can move there, or can we jump? We can jump further. That's what we want to do then. Don't care about firing. Don't care about firing. Don't care about firing. So people have been saying that like these scenarios are a bit boring. But and I agree, we definitely need to do something to make these more interesting. So it's something I want to do. So what I'm planning to do is after I've finished the big contract overhaul, I am probably going to focus on something else for a bit, but my plan is to bring us over to the new basically there's a work in progress scenario type called new scenario, or it might be called scenario 2. Either way, it's basically a completely overhauled version of our scenario code that's designed to be able to support multiple boards, and amongst other very, very cool stuff. At this point, there's nothing the enemy can do. We can't even see them, so I'm just going to slash victory here. So it's what I want to move us to in MekHQ. They're all ground vehicles? Yeah. It doesn't really matter now at this point. We have one. But yeah, I do agree with the feedback that we've had that these scenarios just aren't that interesting. Tira says scenario underscore new 1 final underscore fix version 9. Yeah. The enemy control the field. Nothing happened. Oh. We did. They had a single stalker. They had the free F. They bought the free F from the market. Oh, I guess we know where the free F went. That's a victory. Four's now badly fatigued. Stalker just wanted a hug. I really think we need to start putting some of our people on a break. I did silence the notifications, I think. You're on fatigue 7. Fatigue 1. Fatigue 1. Okay, let's take 4. We're going to unassign 4. And we'll head over to our locust. Let's stick someone in locust. Let's put Fresh Fight into the locust. Because I don't think she's an infirmary anymore. Oh no, she is still in the infirmary with an upper arm fracture. So we're not going to put her in anything. Assign person. Let's unassign. Oh, I didn't mean to unassign all crew. Whoopsie doodles. 4. I don't really want Odin in that. Red frosting. You'll do. Tira says, did I also hear correctly that Scenario 2 does progressive map sheets? It was discussed. Right at this very moment, I do not know what state Scenario 2 is in. I need to liaise with Juliez, who was the developer behind that, and find out how usable it is. I'm expecting I'm probably going to need to do a chunk of work to bring it up to current. Okay, yeah, Joe 4's really fatigued. Okay, let's everybody else is mostly okay, so we're going to continue trying to recon. Dropship raid. Okay, now we've got something interesting. A dropship raid. Oh, an essential dropship raid. Okay. Let us deploy. Who have we got assigned to what? Baker is frontline and Abel is maneuver. Okay, so let's deploy Baker and see where we're at. We might reinforce with Abel. Okay, they have a 2.6 thousand BV dropship and 3.6 thousand BV of Op4. Radar says one of their Liren trainees in their cage had an ammo explosion. Luckily, their ejection fuse was armed. That is good. But yeah, I think... how chunky is Baker right now? Shaker is 4.7. I really don't want this to cock up. I think we are going to... That Griffin would be really good at taking out the dropship. They both just 2 PPCs in Able. Let's reinforce with Able, I think. I want to reinforce instantly. Yeah, let's reinforce instantly. It's going to cost us some extra, but we'll take it. Reinforcements a success. Good, good. Okay, let's better take a look. Time to rock and roll. Second drop of the evening, and we are attempting to destroy a dropship or 50% of its escort forces. The victor retains battlefield control. I'm going to actually send out both salvage groups because this could be juicy. Let's hope they get a monarch. Yeah. I want them to have something expensive, but not well defendable. Okay, what's the overview? We are looking at 6.10, well, 7 to their 6.3. That should be doable. Oh, there is a lot of places to land a dropship. What should be an overlord combined arms? Yeah. Okay, we're going to approach in from the town. Okay, we have eyes on the dropship. It's a union. Okay, that means it's got some DACA. It's time to take out the classic, the union. Oh, that's worse than an overlord, yeah. Okay, the Hop Fort, they have a Banshee. We don't know what else they have, but they have a Banshee at least. They have a Banshee and a union. Okay. Okay, so we have full sensor contact on Union, Banshee, Gladiator, LRM Carrier, and Pike. Our goal here is going to be to try and take out the escorts. We want that salvage, whilst Able is going to try and take down the dropship, I suspect. Because Able right now is fairly uncontested. I'm going to run with Bird Kicker because I want to get a lot more of those medium lasers into range as quickly as possible. That's the Gladiator. No, let's get run. We want to close distance here. Union is company transport, the Overlord is the battalion version. Okay, okay, so that is good to know. They look like both valid artillery targets to me, yeah. A Gladiator would be nice. But it's really hard to argue against just trying to bring down the Union and take the bonus. I definitely don't care about the Banshee. I don't think anybody in the history of BattleTech has ever cared about a Banshee. Fuck it. We'll try and take down the Banshee. If nothing else, we can sell its carcass. Okay, no return. Oof. The Banshee is worth its weight in sea bills in the open market. Using one is a pain. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my take as well. We're throwing down on some lerms just because we don't have a target to return on the Banshee. We're not able to retain lock. Terry says it's the Banshee actually has a regular engine refit that actually makes it one of the better rated assault chassis. I didn't know that. That is actually very interesting. And me saying that is actually very interesting sounds really sarcastic when I have a British accent, but I actually mean that genuinely. Okay, looking for a beautiful red. Ugh, Munion's already taken crits. Barry Trotter's been hit in the head. Revolt Veg. Okay, both pilots stood standing. The 3S has got a webbing. Okay, okay, good to know. This one's the 3E. I have to remember, Scorpion cannot torso twist. I might try and take out the Gladiator, because the Gladiator's a mech I'm far more interested in. Especially as the Banshee's hiding. What Gladiator is it? Nope, we'll never know. Doesn't say that I can see. Yeah, that's fine. Classic one, skirmisher. Okay. Oh, if we were running 7 over, we'll take this and have a caller. Man, that Union's got so much armor. Oh, we had taken a crit to the gyro for Barry Trotter. Munion's lost their left leg. Fudge, 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 fudge. Fuck. Alright, so, we now have to win this because we have 2 mechs on the field. We have no choice. Fortunately, we control the field no matter what happens, but... we do not have the firepower. We don't. We need to redirect all our firepower on the Union. Utira says the Union's got in armor clad, stenciled down the side in meters tall letters. Yeah. Certainly feels that way, doesn't it? That is a height 1 building. We can still shoot the Banshee. I feel like, honestly, we're just gonna stay prone and hope that the Union can't see us. Let's try. Yeah, that Banshee's barely taken a beating. We have to start peeling away the armor on this Union. We're already very hot. Knight says they yearn for combat dropships in 2587. The poor guys being hauled around in modified jumbos. Yeah, okay. So we can't see the Union with Able, but that means the Union shouldn't be able to see us. Knife Edge taking a shoulder crit. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Radar says in their group campaign they have a mule killed, no deposit, no return. That's funny. Trying to go off the salvage was absolutely a massive tactical mistake. Okay, Munion's back up. We are dealing some damage to the Union, at least. So I could stand Barry Trotter and Munin up using Careful Stand or anything like that. I'm choosing not to for the pure and simple reason that I don't want them to be a target. Steroid is running really hot. Everybody's just hitting the big red button. Mr. Krabs getting smacked in the center torso. Man, that Union has just so much armor. Ooh, if we could hit some more in the aft, that could work. Time for a mule kick. Tira says aft getting close to melee. I think that might actually hit aft. Okay, very good to know. I think, yeah, okay. Okay, everybody succeeded. Man, who gave these pirates an entire union? The Lyrans, obviously, yeah. It's always the fucking Lyrans. Gladiator is in a really annoying position. Radar says it's probably an old Lyran dropship stolen from dry dock. Air brackets stolen. Yeah, I am not convinced that this isn't all a Lyrian front of some kind. We are just hitting the big red buttons and praying it's going to be enough. This could well be about to become our biggest defeat yet. If we lose any of our mechs, we're in trouble. I know you're really hot, Mr. Krabs. I just need you to keep firing. Okay. I normally call it beautiful red. This time I'm calling it scary red. Knife Edge basically misses everything. Fuck. Okay. Jaeger's on the ground. Knife Edge is on the ground. Everybody else stayed standing. Okay, we managed to bring the Banshees on the ground at least. Fuck. Steroids on 25 heat. And is shut down. Fuck. Oh, this is not good, gang. Oh, this is not good at all. We can jump. Radar says, warning, heat critical, shutting down. Knife Edge is in a really bad state. Okay, it looks like the Gladiator's leaving us alone for at least a round. That Jaeger might want to punch out before the ammo debt. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Our targeting computer is just going haywire. Only like 35%, 35 damage on the right side of structural. Let's just, we can do this. It's just whether we lose anybody on the way. Okay, we've lost the SRM6s on the Crusader. Crusader's down. Engine destruction. But that means it's still intact. We can still salvage it after this. On good news, it's possibly out of control. Yeah, engine kill we can recover from. Ammo explosion, not so much. Torso still had structure. Okay, we might be okay. Why can't Bird kick a kick? Anybody know why Bird Kicker is unable to kick? Do they have actuator damage? Is a jet dropship a level up? It might be. It might be counting because it's a level 1 here. It might count it as being a level up. It's level 1, so it would only be able to punch, not kick. Yeah, I was about to say we're going to take out our frustration on this carrier instead. Okay, the Banshee is pilots down again. We did some damage to the carrier. Okay. Mr. Krabs, I'm still happy where Mr. Krabs is. Stun the carrier crew, that's helpful. Oh, there's the gladiator. Bird Kicker is just going to have to hold the line. The carrier is in forced withdrawal. We can do this. We just need to do a little more damage. Unfortunately, they just need to do a little more damage to us too. Okay. Okay, we're starting to do crits. 5 structure remaining. Fuel tank hits, fails to ignite. God damn it, that was so close. I think Snipe Edge is gone. This is coming down to you, Bird Kicker. Dropships and force withdrawal. Carrot is black. At this point, I think the dropship, I don't think the dropship is like fanatical enough to say that they're going to carry on fighting. I think, yeah, I think it's perfectly reasonable for us to declare victory at this point. And thank God, because we could not have survived any longer. In fact, I'm going to type victory again just to make sure it definitely sticks. Held a whole breach, you can't survive, yeah. Okay, we made it out. Grasshopper standing with its fist going, if you don't stop, I will tip over. You could declare victory, but no dropship bounty. I think we still get the bounty. I think. We're about to find out. Yeah, I think we should get the bounty. We control the field. Ah, damn it. Yeah, the Crusader's a total loss because it died to ammo explosion. So even though it had center torque, oh no, it didn't have any center left. Okay, that's irrelevant then. Oh, this is not good looking, gang. We've got 3 crippled mechs, a heavy damage and a light damage. Death by ammo destruction, such as the fate of Crusaders. Yeah, we've got a lot of injuries too. It says it's escaped. It fucking didn't. Do we need to mark it's recoverable? I don't believe so. 99,796,550. I'm making a note of how much the union's worth just in case we have to GM it, but I think this should work. Because there's no way in hell that it was the Combined Arms Union. Fair enough. Yeah, there is no way in hell that union was going anywhere. Do we count this as a draw? I think we count this as a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, it still would have made an escape roll, and it happened to pass the escape roll. But like, as people, we know that wasn't the case. Okay, so we didn't get the bounty that we should have got. So let me see what's our percentage of bounty we should have got. I think it's 5%. Where does it live? Probably markets. Dropship bounty is 5%. Okay. I am grabbing our bounty a percent, so bear with me. Oh, wrong button. There's a dropship bounty one, is it? No. Oh, fuck off. Okay, so that gives us our dropship bounty. We got a sweet 5 mil out of that. Not entirely sure it was worth it. How's the infirmary? Margarita Vegeta has smoke inhalation for a day. There's a pelvic fracture for knife edge. Steroid has heart trauma and a right shoulder fracture. And Barry Trotter has a collapsed lung. Oh no. This places us in an incredibly difficult position. Captured a couple of prisoners. So the reason why this creates us in a very bad position is, look at this. We basically have nothing. Terrace is recommending me buy the Stalker anyway. The Stalker's not going to get here in any time frame to make a difference. Okay, Margarita Vegeta's back. Everybody's back. That was a complete fucking waste. Shit, that's the awesome. I thought we were out of the stuff we need. Let us go to parts in use because we're going to have to order some bits, I guarantee it. What are we low on? Legs and arms. Okay. Yeah, this is fucking terrible. We have a grasshopper to our name, and the remains of Charlie Lance, who are now a frontline formation. Shit. We don't actually have enough to cover our deployment requirements. Let's give it a couple of days. We have a combat strength of 2.7 BV. Oh shit, we've got a frontline disruption as well. We don't have the units. Please tell me that's not a turning point. It is not a turning point. We can stomach that. Okay, so we only have 2 units out of action now, but we have a lot of pilots out of action. Okay, Mr. Krabs is back. Apparently Charlie Lance doesn't have anybody in charge. Merc Market, maybe. So the Griffin, in Barry Trotter's Griffin is good. So let's move Barry Trotter's Griffin into Baker. At this point, I am praying for the random Ronin events to get us a random pilot. Okay, so Barry Trotter is out of action. Let's go to pilot. Assigned to units is there. Barry Trotter's Griffin, we're going to go and give to Klaus. That works. Okay, that should bring us... Oh, we're 1 mech short. Is that Shudderhawk and Whitworth functional? Absolutely not. Not even close. And we don't have anybody to put in the Rhino. Deploy my infantry? Honestly? That may be the way we do it. What's our prisoner capacities? We're only using 11 prisoner capacity. I think Terrace's idea of deploying the infantry is actually on point. I could deploy the flatbeds. What we could do is use the flatbed crew. Radar, like single brain cell. Okay, we need 4 gunners and a driver. Okay, let's go to vehicle crews. Do we have anybody with gunnery? We do. Okay. Congratulations, you're being promoted. You are being assigned to a tank. And then one of our flatbed drivers, you'll do. We'll assign you to the Sherpa. Let's go to the marketplace. Let's bring our attempts to full strength. We don't have anybody for flatbed truck, but this now means that they're elite as well. Yeah, we now have a Tonk. Tira says, I can't believe you had Calandra Tell manning a bash trunk. Is that what they're called? That canteen Sherpa. So we are using temp crews. So we only need to have one crew member in any vehicle. The rest are temp staff, like Aztecs. I do believe Miranda Johnston needs a call sign though, and I don't know about you. I think Miranda Johnston's call sign is Chef. Yeah. Temp crews are amazing. But yeah, I don't think we need to question. Oh, Kalandra was a legendary SM-1 tank destroyer pilot from the Ilkan period. They're like the vehicle equivalent of Nakasha Kerensky. Okay, that's actually really cool to know. But yeah, I think Miranda Johnson is chef. One day they're flipping burgers, the next day they're in a tank. It's like stories from the Soviet factory line during World War II. Okay. She's mutated? Oh yeah, she has freakish strength and forest ranger? Holy shit! Man, she was fucking wasted as a chef. She's a protagonist, yeah. Do we have anybody else cool? Man, this guy has just picked up all the roleplay skills. Oh, we got someone's a slow learner. I really should have checked my people over. But is she Flashfire's best friend or rival? We'll see. We'll have a think on that. Fucking okay, we are just let's fit it back on patrol. We are just meeting our requirements. We cannot afford to lose anything else. I mean, it could be enemies to lovers, Tiras. Okay. Oof. The frontline disruption, we are going to advance and see if anything else comes up. Fucking hell. The enemy knows. The fucking enemy knows. We have a crisis. Oh, our early warning center is under attack. Actually, yeah. No, there wouldn't be... yeah, they could be related to an elemental, I guess. I don't know. I think having them just be weirdly strong, like they look like a JoJo character. Actually, we're gonna add that to their biography. There we go. Chef looks like a JoJo character. King Mal, enemy morale critical. Press X to doubt. Miranda's Bizarre Adventures. Okay, so we have this frontline disruption. We can't afford to send anybody to that, but we also have the early warning center. Having my own problems, a Rhino support tank right now. Blasted LRM-20s. Well, those LRM-20s are ours now. Okay, we are going to... this against my better judgment, we are deploying Charlie. And then we are going to deploy Baker to the base defense. Which means it's time to press forward on our control sticks one more time. And remember, at this point, we cannot afford to lose even a single unit. We are 1.3k versus their 2.4. We have 4.7 million civils on the field to their 12 million. So I think there might just be one unit, maybe another assault mech. They fucking love assault mechs. Oh, this isn't pleasant at all. This is like a MekHQ classic. 2 units. Okay. We have 1 wasp. This actually is really bad for us because we could. Oh no! They have a warhammer and a warhammer. All right. Oh no, this is a real problem. Probably both 6 hours if I'm lucky. Yeah, yeah. No, this is a real problem. Let's see if we can bring up some information on them from the sensors. Time to back off the map, and maybe. I mean, it looks like one's a classic. I think we can do this. So we really want. We really need to keep winning, because right now the only thing that is keeping us with a chance of winning this contract is if we can break their morale. Yeah, there's nothing fancy here, but that's 4 PPCs in the field, and we've got 2 locusts and a wasp. Here it says, yeah, but if they hit you with any of those 4 PPCs, you lose the whole contract. This is all in, yeah. Their skills do. I mean, we've only got eyes on 1 at this point. Does it tell us our skills? 4-6, no, a 4-5 pilot. Okay, so at least one of the Warhammers is a 4-5 pilot. At this rate, we may end up conscripting the security guards. That is so much rough. Oh, God. We're going to have to move through swamp. It's TMO die in this one, yeah. The thing is, we have to move through swamp. We have no choice. Oh, God. Go around for miles and miles. There isn't anywhere around. It's either we go through the swamp or we go through water. We're just going to have to move and pray. We can do this. We have the entire contract riding on this. We just need our lads. Like, Charlie has done this so many times. And the closer to war they go, they're going to get lit up by the Warhammer dual PPCs. Yes, this is the risk. We need this victory. We need to win the morale roll. How on earth do I get myself unstuck? I think that's just a general... Auto roll. Okay, cool. Okay, if we can get past this clump of swamp, we're home free. 3 7+. Witness me. Oh, now they're both stuck. This is such a clusterfuck. That crew is working overtime to make this happen. Yeah, no. Charlie, do not jump into swampland, you'll get bogged down. Okay, good to know. I vaguely remembered that, but thank you for the reminder. Charlie is basically carrying this goddamn contract. Okay, red frosting is out. All we need to do is get past this last clump of swamp. You can just jump out of swamps? Oh, interesting. Well, here's my jump jets, if I had any. We can do this. I hate swampland, especially if trees cover them. Yeah. Oh, this is so fucking risky. Okay, Casket is unstuck. Red Frosting is still stuck. The Warhammers just seem to be running for the borders. Oh, shit! Do the Warhammers possibly not know that we're here? So, under Double Blind, the way Princess works is if she can't find you, she moves towards your home edge. So, if the Warhammers haven't detected us for some reason, then they might not even know we're here. Yeah, no. She must have lost contact. She should have visibility. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I'm fucking taking it. Oh, no, I just saw them turn towards us. They heard you. And people say breakthroughs aren't exciting. I'm fucking terrified. Yeah, they're not drawn fire yet, but they are coming towards us. And we're not displayed as hidden or as unseen, so they definitely know we're here. We just need to get Red Frosting or Casket through one more swamp. One more swamp and we can bring them home. Come on, guys. You just need to go a little further. The fuck you think you're doing, Wasp? There we go. Just one more hex. Come on, dice. Just one more. We need a 7 and a 9. We can do a 7. We're in a moonless night. That helps us significantly. Radar says, damn it, Frosting, why won't she move? Make her move. By the way, they can in theory at least torso twist and fire while stuck. Okay, we are about to lose sensor contact with one of the Wolverines, Warhammers. The good thing is, if they're 4/5s, they could well be having the exact same problem we're having. Okay, Red Frosting is clear. Red Frosting just needs to advance through one more swamp, and then we can win this. Okay, we need a 9. Damn it. Well, okay, we just need Red Frosting to unstick from one more swamp. It's a 9+. We just need one more 9+. 9+ or a 7+. Well, a 9+ or 2 7+s. I think we just saw some gunfire. We did. Casket is reporting crit on the upper arm on the Locust. Okay, Red Frosting is free. We have Red Frosting free. We are moving to exit. We need one more turn. One more turn and we've done it. We just need Casket to survive one more barrage from PPCs. Okay, both PPC missed. We should be fine. Damn it! We don't have the movement. Can we... What am I here? Oh my fucking god, we did it. Victory. Oh, helps if I actually type the command. We have done it. That was close, guys. That was really fucking close. All it would have taken is for those 2 PPC blasts last turn to connect, and we would have had to conscripted the security guards. Alatar says that wasn't tense or anything. Yeah. Oh, Oh my god, that was so close. Watch we do all this. We do all of this and they pass their morale check at the end of the month. Yeah, we did not defeat them. Wait, what was the objectives? Hang on a second. Destroy 50%. Oh, shit. Gang, we fucked up. Our objective was to destroy one of the units. Tira says, so the reason they were running towards the board edge is because that was their objective. Oh my god. We bravely ran away. Yeah, that was defeat. Whoopsie doodles. No injuries. Someone sent us the wrong mission MO. Yeah. Allied command fucked up. Okay. Let us. I mean, what happened here? We just need to replace an arm actuator. What have we learned? Radar. I think we've learned to read. Though we're BattleTech players, we will never learn how to read. Hey, we got 1,000 C-bills. Yay! Tyrus, did we see some locusts from us? Nah, must have been the wind. That was my best Skyrim accent. Weissman says they're starting up a new campaign and their random unit name is Witnesses Unavailable. I had a lot of fun working on their random name generator. Oh, we've got a dropship raid. It is not a turning point, thank God, because we cannot take another dropship. Even if it's only a 2k dropship. Oh no, dropship's only 1k. We don't have the forces. I mean, we might be able to take the dropship on. I highly doubt it though. What's our repairs looking like? Okay, Margarita Fajita is back in action, so we're going to put Margarita Fajita in Charlie. Let's keep Margarita Fajita in reserve for now. Pop her in Able. Knife Edge's Jaeger is also back. That's a bait ship. They're back at their base giggling. Yeah. Okay, we need someone to sit in a Jaeger. 4. Is 4 still in the infirmary? 4, Knife Edge. 4 is not. 4 is out of the infirmary. Is 4 still exhausted? That's a fair point. Probably. A pinata full of warhammers and rude notes. Sorry, 4. We need you back in the fight. What is our support points? So we got 3 support points. Okay, let's just deal with this base defense. What are we looking at here? Oh, we don't actually need to do that yet. We've got one more day. Thomas Bison says they're thinking hard about a 2800 start. I like the Age of War myself, honestly. Okay, we need to keep at least 25% of the base structure and destroy at least 50% of the enemy forces. The Victor will control the field. Let's bring in some salvage, lads. 2800 is a bit after. Oh, sorry, is that the sorry, my brain's farting. That's just after first Succession War, isn't it? Yeah, 2800 Successful Wars era. Okay, gang, we have a base to defend, and this is ours. So we've got some evacuating units. We have some base turrets, and we are facing a lot of armor. So we have 8.3 thousand against their 5.3. They've got the main op 4 and some recon mechs. We're about equivalent on cost. Okay, I don't care about minefields. I still don't care about minefields. Okay, we have no idea where the Op 4 is deploying yet. So I feel like the smart move is to deploy in the center and be prepared to move. Okay, still unknown where the Op 4 is deploying from. I don't think they're deploying from the north because we've got fairly decent eyes there. Okay, we have contact southwest, southeast even. A demolisher is on the field. We are looking at, okay, it's got 3 rounds of standard and 1 round of flak. Okay. Kira says, honestly, that Rhino with 2 LRM-20s with an elite gunner is going to do some damn work. Yes, I agree. So our goal is going to be to bring down the Demolisher before it reaches. Do we have rapid-fire autocannons on? We don't. I want to, though. I keep forgetting. Mr. Krabs, what are you looking at here? 4s, I'll risk the 4s. God damn it, Mr. Krabs. You had one job. That's 4s again. Surely we can't miss 4s twice in a row. There we go. Falling over in a quad mech? For shame. Jump with a grasshopper? Yes. I'm jumping down here because I just want to get some eyes down to the south to make sure we're not being flanked. Ah, we are being flanked. Mr. Krabs is being embarrassing. We got a vedette. Okay. What are we looking at here? And if I remember correctly, vehicles don't worry about heat, right? So the only thing stopping us from just alpha striking this vedette is ammo. These do not crack heat. Ah, excellent. That is my gleeful laugh. For I am gleeful and happy. King Miles says, no wonder they aren't acting like the morale is critical. They still have vedettes. And as we have learned previously, the vedettes are where the red assholes hold their morale. Okay, Chef is making the vedette. Okay, the vedette's gone. Turn 1, the vedette destroyed. Chef scratch 1. Holy shit. Is this what having an elite crew is like? Is this what it's like to have good pilots? That vedette was just obliterated. Holy shit. Man, Chef saw that that vedette and was just like, not in my ionosphere. And that was done with IS LRMs. Yeah, holy crap. Okay. Okay, so they still have 5 more units on the field. Chef hit the disposal button, yeah. Okay, so we have a demolisher. What's Chef looking like? And these 2? Yes, please. Oh, okay. We have a Zukov and an LRM carrier. What the fuck's a Zukov? AC-10s? Okie dokie. That sounds like a job for Bird Kicker. What's the CV on this? CF-99? Okay, we'll risk it. Zukov, big-ass tank with AC-5s. Well, it sounds like we need to be immobilizing that. Okay, Mr. Krabs, how about we don't fall over this time? Okay, that's a success. Neva's moved. Okay. Okay, we don't have... Chef doesn't have lines on the Demolisher. The Zukov is a renowned Soviet marshal, also a Terran AC-10 wagon. So, if anybody's seen The Death of Stalin, a gif of Marshal Zukov showing off all his medals is what was being constantly posted during the development of Order Awards. I see Radar has watched Death of Stalin. I beat the Nazis. You think this little prick scares me? If you haven't watched The Death of Stalin, I highly recommend it. And as you watch it, remember, it is actually one of the more historically accurate movies out there. Okay, we're going to try and take out the Lum carrier first, just because I want to get it off the field. And movies, Zukov has fewer medals than real Zukov. This is correct, yeah. There's a YouTube channel called History Buffs that I really, really like. That goes through movies and tells you like where the historical inaccuracies are. Radar says they enjoyed History Buffs. Yeah, no, History Buffs is fucking fantastic. He did a great job on midweight. Yes. No, all of his stuff has been good. The one he did on Waterloo is really, really good. And the Napoleonic era is like my special interest. So when I say that he did really, really good on Waterloo, it means something. Okay, we don't have line of fire. I don't have any indirect. Too bad Midway didn't do a good job on Midway. Okay, we are wrecking the... Okay, LRM carrier. Okay, the Demolisher is immobile. Okay, Bird Kicker took a pounding but stood standing. I think my favorite History Buffs episode so far is the one he did on the movie Napoleon, which, like, I was so ready. I was so ready for that shit show. My wife won't watch Napoleon with me because of how much I fucking hate it, and will not shut up about the historical inaccuracies. Drakenfell also had a good breakdown slam of Midway and how fucked it was. Feisman, if you're on our Discord, feel free to pop a link to that video somewhere in like the general chat or whatever. I'd be really interested in watching it. We're going to have Mr. Krabs move to help take down the Demolisher, I feel. Honestly, I feel like we're actually going to... Yeah, I feel like the Demolisher is a solved problem. Oh, actually, we are in the perfect position. There you go, Illian. Perfect, thank you. Tira says, I enjoy the BattleTech target demographic energy. Yeah. Actually, we are not going to... We're not going to fight the Demolisher anymore. Because it's immobile, we are instead just going to move elsewhere and let it run its ammo out and shooting us at distance. And getting rid of the Zukov by kicking its death for the Grasshopper? Okay, okay, duly noted. We are pretty heat good right now, so we're going to continue trying to get rid of... I have no interest in buying, or rather salvaging, an LRM carrier. Okay, we have contacts. We have multiple contacts coming in from the north. We have Awesome, and we have Battlemaster. IFF is reporting Awesome and Battlemaster coming in from the north. Shit. This just got scary. I think the Grasshopper is our heaviest unit on the field. Okay. The Rhino is my heaviest unit. Okay, the Demolisher continues to be immobile. The Grasshopper can rip him apart from the rear. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, the Zukov's gone. Okay. Stay mobile, the Grasshopper. The Battlemaster only has a few rear-facing weapons. Okay, okay. We actually only need to take down a little more than we can actually clear the field. But it looks like the Awesome is not a great pilot. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what we can bring up. See what our pilot database tells us about who we're facing. So Battlemaster pilot is coming in as a 5.6, okay. And the Awesome is coming in as a 5.6, okay. Get behind the Battlemaster? Yep. Hearing you loud and clear. Let's try and get us some actual salvage. Okay, we're repositioning to take the new contacts to the north. Okay, Chef, it's going to come down to you. You got demolished for salvage already? Yep. Assuming the turret doesn't destroy it, of course. Okay, Bird Kick is moving behind the buildings. We're basically preserving Bird Kicker, because Bird Kicker is probably going to take a pounding here. Okay, the LRM carrier is enforced to draw, but they're pirates, so that's not going to matter. What we're going to try and do is take care of the LRM carrier. I want this off the field. Mr. Krabs, let's start wearing down this awesome. You've only got an 8+. Maybe we'll take out the LRM carrier. Could have kicked the LRM carrier. That's true. But I want to, because okay, our entire strategy is revolving around Bird Kicker, doing what they do best: kick things. So, whilst it isn't the perfect position, okay, we're actually not going to fire at LRM 20 on the LRM carrier. We're going to hold fire. We've got plenty there. So I just don't want to run out of our LRM 20s. Okay, LRM carrier is gone. Scratch one. The Demolisher is, again, still immobile. Actually, what we're going to do, I'm going to actually remember to do something. So, in theory, if I go to special bot commands, and for the base defenses, in theory, I can tell it to ignore it. And in theory, the bot will stop shooting it. In theory, that is what's going to happen. Tyrus comments that the grasshopper tucking in is not a bad move, but these pilots are bad enough that as long as you either run or jump, he probably can't hit you. Yeah. If we can take these off the field, if we can drag these off the field, this is going to be really nice. I will happily take a Battle Master or an Awesome. Viceman said they were thinking of a different video. Yeah, definitely post away. Post away. I am all for that. Okay, perfect. There we go. So depending on where the Battle Master moves, we might still have line of fire on it for... Okay, the Battle Master shit is moving into melee Bird Kicker. That is not what I wanted. Okay, the Demolisher ejected. So we're definitely getting a Demolisher. Okay, Bird Kicker. Scrotorius a movie Pearl Harbor Michael Bay is shit, yes. Yeah, I don't think that's a... anything that anybody would really disagree. Battlemaster is gone. Battlemaster is gone. No salvage, but the Battlemaster is gone. Yes. Sorry, Mr. Bear. I didn't mean to wake you up. I woke my dog up. But yes, okay. I would have liked to salvage the Battlemaster, but I am perfectly happy to have a second Awesome. The CT might have survived. Potentially true. Seven internals remaining. The power! Unlimited power! Apparently the vehicle crew immediately died. Whoops-a-doodles. Now, it's important to note that that doesn't mean they actually have died. It just means they're total war incapacitated. Okay, we are going to back up a little bit. There we go. Now the awesome's in Chef's sights. And the awesome has now moved. There we go. Okay, Bird Kicker, you've done amazing things. All we need you to do now is continue. Just move you over there. The awesome's already running hot. Yep. Okay, now Mr. Krabs is the time to fire hard. Okay, it looks like the awesome's trying to take down Chef. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, we have torn that. Okay, cool. The awesome is now on the ground. And with the piloting skill it has, I don't think it's getting back up. We can do this. Okay, the awesome has moved. It succeeded getting back up. Don't discount it yet, yeah. Get in that PPC minimum range. Oh shit, you are so right. I was trying to maintain my PPC range. I should have been thinking about its PPC range. Okay, Mr. Krabs, I want you to Alpha Strike once more. I know you're running hot, but this awesome has to die. Chef, just do what you do. Bird Kicker, I'm wanting you to land as many shots into its back as you can. Okay, we've got some crits on Mr. Krabs. Ooh, critical hit to the head. There goes its emotional support laser. Okay, right arm's gone. Okay, the awesome is down. Its gyro is toast. Okay, the awesome is now in forced withdrawal. Right hammer's one of the PPCs. Yep. We've got this. And we should be able to cart the awesome away. Don't hit it, it will punch out. Okie dokie. We're running hot with Bird Kickers. We're just going to hold here for a second. Okay, it did not punch out. So we're going to just walk over and prepare to make it regret that choice. It is still prone. Mr. Krabs going to back up. Okay, it's now lost a heat sink. CT is 4 points away from death. Duly noted. Let's just make it feel threatened. Yeah, holding fire. Our pilots aren't sure about that. It's still alive, awesome, but they're obeying our orders for now. Okay, the awesome failed to stand up once more. And the awesome popped out. The awesome has popped. Oh, it hasn't popped. I'm just stupid. The awesome has no gyro, so that means they should pop this round. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, man. It killed the CT. Well, that's still a mostly intact... Oh, it's a mostly intact awesome. We can salvage it, strip it for parts, and repair our awesome. That's what we do. It's not a total loss, so we can salvage it and we can strip it. Okay. And we've won. We wiped the Op 4. We are going to get some nice salvage out of this. We really needed this win. This is the win... We absolutely, oh my god, this is the win that's going to save our bacon. We control the field. We dealt the damage. All we did is a little bit of damage to Scorpion. We need to repair its upper leg again. Yeah, we can do that. No pilot injuries. All enemy units are wholly recoverable. 2 kills for Odin, a kill for Chef. I feel like we did this. I think the loss of 2 assault mechs is what makes this a decisive victory. Did never resolve correctly? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Chef, it gets an edge. Exquisite me. Where is my salvage? Okay, we're going to have to reload that because my salvage isn't there. Did I forget to deploy salvage? I can check that in a second. We're going to reload first. No salvage group Abel's there. But this is why we save. Confirmed. We forgot to assign techs. That's on me. I'm still taking that a victory. Like, we worked so hard for that. I'm not letting that go down the drain. You were not escaped. And I feel like we did that. So yeah, I think this deserves a decisive victory. Okay, so Battlemaster. So the Battlemaster is actually mostly intact. That's nice. So let's start off with heavy battle mech recovery, heavy battle mech recovery, normal battle. Okay, how much of this can we take? Oh, we can take both. We can take both assault mechs. Mine is an evil laugh, but I am victorious. It's okay, dogs. Everything's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay, Mr. Bear. It's okay, Tiger. Everything's fine. I'm happy. My dogs are very concerned. Yeah, so the LRM carrier... Oh, man, that is fucking fantastic. Okay, I'm just double checking. Yes, we're salvaging these. Yes, I am absolutely sure. And there's Chef's award. Amazing. Got a couple of prisoners. Don't really care about that. Absolutely amazing. Okay, what's missing? Okay. So what's the situation with this? So it's inoperable. And then this is salvage. Okay. Ah, we actually don't have a jump jet left to repair our... Oof. Okay, so that's going to take us a while to get our Battlemaster back online. So we are actually going to mothball the Battlemaster, simply because we don't have the parts, let alone the ability to do it mid-contract. So we're going to go ahead and mothball the Battlemaster. Meanwhile, let's strip the fuck out of this awesome. Getting this awesome is such a good time. A busted jump jet can be ignored for now. Exactly. So well, I'm heading to the toe. Ah, man, Chef saved our bacon. Okay, we are back. On a Panther, a busted jump jet's a little annoying. Just pretend it's the Rasalhague variant. So can you put any of those parts on the other awesome? Yes, I can. We're just going to strip the awesome down for now. And then we're going to bring on our actual awesome back online as soon as possible. Now, whether the awesome will have all the parts we need, that's to be determined. But this at least gives us some spare parts to the awesome and potentially brings it along. Chef's still looking confused. I just wanted to run my food truck. Okay, we have a dropship raid, but it's not a turning point. I am just letting that slide. Do we even have anybody to deploy? You know what? We're going to send Abel. We're going to fleet him being the dropship raid. Fleet in being. So King Mole, fleet in being is when you deploy a unit to a battle that you don't actually intend to fight. So the concept of fleet in being is it's basically, even though you don't engage the enemy, oh no, you know. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I'm with you now. So you were suggesting, yeah, sorry. There's a bit of a lag between you guys making a post and me actually receiving it. Tira says Chef was out here to flip burgers and fight pirates, and all she's out of all burgers. Yeah, all out burgers. Okay, how is our... We are actually starting to repair the awesome. We could actually have an awesome online soon. Okay, we have 2 new scenarios. Okay, neither are turning points, but one is our early warning center, which is one of the things we actually need to hold on to. King Mars, sorry, Tira says, do you think it got all the parts we need for the awesome? Yeah. And Odin, soon, something that won't ammo explode under me. Okay. So we do need to fight this this base attack. We're going to send Baker in again. Okay. We have, oh my god, we could have a new awesome tomorrow. After how many months, we could finally have the awesome we deserve. Thanks to the awesome we needed. Oh man, this feels so fucking good. Is this what winning feels like, guys? I'm just gonna take a moment to soak in the feeling of winning. We also have an annihilation, but that is not a turning point. So what we're going to do here, we're going to send Charlie to fleet in being the intercept engagement, and we'll have Abel fleet in being the annihilation. Intercept engagement. Okay, so we might actually do the intercept engagement just because it's a press forward and hope for the best one. Could I reattach that arm and salvage it? Maybe. Does fleet in being actually do anything? Yes. So, at the end of the month, defeats count for 2. So basically, at the end of the month, we calculate the degrees of how much you've won by, i.e. what modifier you should receive on your morale check, based on the disparity between your wins versus your defeats. Normal defeats count as 2 points. However, if you fleet in being, it only gets counted as a partial defeat, so it only counts as 1 point. So it reduces the likelihood that the enemy will win the morale check. If you want more information, you can check the glossary. It should have an entry on it. Yeah, no, fleet in being is a really good tactical choice. So again, we need to retain 25% of the base infrastructure and defeat 50% of them. We're going to send in salvage group Abel, and this time we're actually going to remember to send in some repair nerds. Radar says it's something to add to the strategic play deck. Yeah, it's a really, really useful thing to do. Okay, the Red House Souls, again, are getting their ground reinforcements from that base we never bothered to discover. So we are looking at 8k versus their 6.7. All right, 22 million C-bills on the field versus their 26 million. They're sitting at 510 tons to our 440. Okay, this is looking very open. I don't care about minefields. I still don't care about minefields. We've got a nice ice river, which hopefully we won't have any dropships deploying on this time. Oh, Oxenfant, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're having a good time. Yeah, let's... I'm really happy whenever you guys follow me, because I've said this so many times now, but I genuinely didn't think anybody would be interested in me playing MekHQ. We've got snow. Ugh. Okay, so we have we have a while to deploy, but we don't have any way across the river except down here. With that in mind, we are going to deploy in the center. We're going to deploy over by our turrets, and we're going to react to the enemy. But the enemy also can only reasonably cross at one point. I suspect this is going to involve a lot of shooting over a river. Chef is actually going to go in the center. Tira says, oh no, this is one of those custom maps covered entirely in nightmare terrain. I don't think this is a custom. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is Farcad Winter. Oh, okay. I'm not seeing any enemy contact yet. Okay, there we go. We have contact in southeast. 2 units approaching base. Okay, what that means is we're either going to have a fight across the river or they're going to attempt to cross here. What's the CF of that build? Okay, it's 150 CF bridge where anything can go across there. However, what we're going to do is we're going to position ourselves specifically to try and throw some fire down. Oh no, we're not going to be able to throw fire down because this hill. Okay, let's send in Odin to try and get eyes on them. Let's see what we're actually dealing with here. I don't think Chef's going to be as much use this time as last. Chef can indirect? Yeah. Princess loves to spot. It's true, she does. I mean, to be fair, spotting is the best option if you don't have any shoots. Okay, we have new contact. New contact, southwest. No, I didn't think we could shoot that. With the hill, might be worth switching one of your sensors to mag scan for better coverage. Okay, duly noted. I'll be honest, even though I play with double blind, I don't actually know the double blind rules. I really owe it to myself to actually learn the double blind rules. Okay, we have two contacts southwest. Contact resolved to Rommel. I remember Rommel being a decent tank. AC-20, LRM-5, yes, a decent one. Radar says they keep forgetting to swap their sensor packages. Yeah. Okay, let's put Chef in the woods. Mr. Krabs, yeah, let's get Mr. Krabs moving. Watch out, Rommel's AC-20, duly noted. Let's get Odin jumping into some woods. I'm going to try and take out that Rommel. That's going to be my first priority. I want to get as few AC-20s on the field as I can. Turn on unit quirks? Yes. Actually, unit quirks, it turns out, have been on the entire time. Okay, it's time for Chef to do what Chef does best. And that is switch mode. Only a 17% chance, but that is 17 more than 0. Watch out for the Rommel's narrow low profile. Ah, crap, two doors. Full noon for full night again. I keep forgetting to re-roll the weather. That's entirely on me. Tira says they also love that the Rommel drove through a building. Yeah. Okay, it's a decent start. Like some sort of boss reveal. yeah, you're right. Okay, we have to remember we have two contacts coming in from the south east and two more from the southwest. We only have eyes on the Rommel, but there are 3 other units in the field. Knight says that nothing like snow, fog, and maybe a smidge of high G to make me think fleeting being is good enough. Scrotorius says Zukov, now Rommel. Next we'll be fighting Patterns, mark my word. I would be okay with that. A Pattern is a good tank. What's the skill of the Rommel? Skill on the Rommel, it is a 6-7. Okay, cool. And then so long as I maintain some jump, I should be able to avoid the worst of its 80-20. Try and move Chef a little bit further. This thing's gonna be rolling 12s? Yeah, no, I think so too. Okay, we're jumping Bird Kicker up on the hill, even though it means we're gonna have line of sight on the Rommel. I'm wanting to get eyes on whatever's coming in through the hills. Okay, we have eyes on one other unit. A Hawk? The hell is a Hawk? PPC, okay. PPC on a hover? Yes. Damn it, we're still going to be just out for... Aha, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Hawks a hover, Pepsi can. Okay. Decent recon. Oh, yeah, I know, PPC on a hover's, like, yeah, always good. Okay, we are running very hot, so let's just do the Pepsi. Okay, we have indirect, so let's rain hell. The Hawk is basically a cheap PPC carrier. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Man, that plus 12 though. We ain't hitting shit. Yeah, I didn't think so. But we should be able to... on a 0? No, we're not. Okay, Mr. Krabs. 42s and 0. Alrighty then. Okay, -1 movement points on the Rommel. Okay, we're slowly wearing the Rommel down. With the skill of the crew, I'm not that scared of the AC-20. Like, it's something that we have to respect, but it's not too bad. Radar says they have made 126 million in salvage from this cargo duty contract over the past year. That's amazing. Hey, Psychotic, glad you could join us. We're going to have an awesome tomorrow. Okay, oh god, it's another emotional support vedette. Every time we kill a vedette, their morale gets worse. We got eyes on the Rommel, and the Rommel has moved, so let's just skip. Yeah, the awesome we salvaged all the way back in the last contract is 1 day away from being repaired. Okay. We're going to skip shooting the PPC at this range. We're just going to kick the Rommel. Oh, we found 2 vedettes. Okay. Okay, continuing our raiding of 40 LRMs around on... Oh, we have direct line of sight now. Nice. A 3% is a difference. Yeah, you're quite right. That is a lot of crits. And we should be able to kick the Rommel as well. %, yes please. Stun for 3 turns. Yar. 4 even. Oh, okay, it's even better. Okay, that is the one of the vedettes immobile. Okay, I think at this point we need to start moving to try and take out these vedettes. The thing is, I don't think there's anywhere Mr. Krabs can move that will have line of fire on the hill, really. So I think Mr. Krabs really just needs to continue throwing a PPC. Okay, Odin's in a good position, because we should have all 4 enemy units on the field right now. Okay, the vedette that we immobilized has been abandoned. We're just going to twist. I'm going to start booting up the vedette. Meanwhile, I feel like Chef is one more turn of Chef of raiding on the Rommel should be good. Any reinforcements coming in round 8? We're on round 5. So I think we'll be okay. The main thing is just making sure we don't... Fuck it. It's just making sure we don't lose any of the turrets. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot the LRMs, but oh well. Knight says, you read it in the fiction every so often, but 2 of my mechs just turned 100 years old. Feels more sentimental handing them off to the next pilots. A pair of twice upgraded Mackies. That is really fucking cool. Okay. Okay, the Rommel is now immobile. Oh no, the second vedette is now immobile. The Rommel is still around. Okay, there goes the vedette. The Rommel's still standing, but I don't know if they have any forces left to contend. I think we might have won. There goes the crew. Whoopsie doodles. No, they still have four. Where am I looking? Red assholes. Okay, they are defeated, so we're going to slash victory. We control the field. We are completely unharmed. We're getting some goodies. Oh, the Rommel didn't escape. Okay. They definitely made it. Okay, yeah, I'd say that's a victory. Okay, so give me a Rommel. And employer, you can have 2 vedettes. I get Rommel, you get 2 broken vedettes. Yeah, this Rommel's fucking pristine. Yeah. This seems fair. Yeah, I certainly think so. Movement 0-0. Yeah, that's why it didn't escape. But no, this will buff out. Mobility killed. Yeah. Okay, let's give the Rommel some sensible ammunition rather than weird pirate ammo. Cool. Okay. I do not want flak ammo. Bugger off. Give me real ammo, please. Okay, who's getting promoted? Flak in the Rommel is a decent AA pattern? I don't care. I want the real ammo. But that means someone's needing to get promoted. So... looks like you are now a Rommel driver. Congratulations. And you are now a match track photo. Okay, there we go. Do I have anybody who can just drive something? The answer is no. However, I have some vehicle ground crew that I don't have employed. Those are prisoners. Oh, whoopsie doodles. I'm on all personnel, not active personnel. Okay, let's unemploy the prisoners. Employing prisoners, whoopsie doodles. Whatever. I have an Aztec with drive. Yeah, no, I spotted that. Let's go to actual people this time. Can I change you? They need to get gunnery. Do they have any XP? They don't. It's one to watch though. But yeah, it doesn't look like I have anybody to really pick up what I want. Unit training and education will sort out in 70 days. That's a fair point. Okay, let us, in that case, unit education, military. What's that going to give us? Ultra green, gun. Yeah, fuck it. 70 days. Off you trot. If you're driving a truck, I just need you to be able to drive forwards and backwards and not hit the curb. Tira says they may have used education a lot. Yeah, it's a really cool system. I don't use it anywhere nearly as much as I should. Okay. We are pretty close to the end of the month. I don't like it's taking a while to advance. We have, ladies and gentlemen, an awesome. We just need to reattach it. Okay, no, so yeah, so this is to reattach it. I'm not entirely sure why that is not being done. There we go. Off it goes. That looks like it has been, like it is just a shell. So I guess we sell this unit. For Syria, yeah, finalized paperwork, off you go. Okay, so that's the scrap awesome's gone now. We're repairing the Rommel. Let's head over and stick someone in it. I have lost the Rommel. Why is it mothballed? We have 2 Rommels. That's why. Okay, I've already assigned someone to it. They've got a tech crew. Let's pop them in. Well, we'll pop them in Able in a minute. Different Rommel, yeah. No, I figured it out eventually. Yeah, apparently we have 2 Rommels. And we have an awesome now. Okay. So, Klaus, we no longer want you. I have 3/3 of an assault vehicle, Lance. Yes. So Klaus is finally in an awesome. We need someone to crew a Griffin, which we'll put into Able Lance once they get back from harrying the enemy. Okay, how is Knife Edge and Steroid? Steroid's fucked up, but Knife Edge should be back soon. We'll stick baggers. For now, at least. Okay, it's time for another run forward and hope for the best scenario. No point in sending salvage. Oh, I forgot to see what the balance was. Ah, that's fine. Okay, there's a lot of crap on this field. Yeah, I don't think we got the Demolisher. I think we... Isn't this the one where you run away from the enemy spawning behind you? I don't know. I'm just going to run forward and hope for the best. It doesn't look like it is. We do have some contact. Oh, they might actually be a threat this time. We have a Panther and a Wolverine. Oh no, a Wolverine. But their placements, plus the fact that they're fairly mobile, means they actually could be a threat to us this time. Keeping in mind that we are only in 2 Locusts and a Wasp. The Demolisher is too heavy to salvage? Yeah. Do not get Wolver kicked. That's a very good point, Tyrus. We can probably move faster with jumping. We certainly can. I could go and kick the Wolverine for bragging rights. I could, but I am absolutely not fucking risking it with these mechs. Don't let the Wolverine get his claws in you. Yeah. What's he even firing? AC5s? Yeah, AC5. Wrong franchise. Oh, I could have jumped to that wasp. It's fine. Yeah, they got more. They got a stinger. They have a stinger and a panther. Seems like they're learning. Is that? Yeah. So we're basically fighting a lot, racing against the light lance, which at least for once makes sense for this scenario rather than a fucking single stalker. Okay, the Wolverine missed with its AC5. Do we have enough to flee? We don't. We'll be fleeing next turn. We can get there. Can we jump further? We can't, but we might as well get the extra. Tira says, Wolverine with claws and hard gel. It's more dead square than you think. It's fun to do one of these with an op 4 that's actually has a chance of catching up with you. King Mole says it's disappointing to see there's no cannon Wolverine with claws. Yeah. I think we win. Yeah, we win. We control the field. Oh, we don't control the field, I beg your pardon. But that's fine because everything escaped. Okay, in the Annihilation, we are just fleet in being because fuck that. Hey, Flash Fine's back! You know what? Let's give Flash Fried an upgrade. Okay, Flash Fried is now going to ride in a Griffin and is getting a promotion into Able Lance as soon as Able Lance is back. Okay, Baker and Salvage is back. The Rommel tank, it just needs to be... Oh, we don't have any AC-20 rat ammo. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we are fleet in being that Annihilation. We are not fucking with that. Okay, Bambi wanted to fucking drop out of education again. I think Bambi's upset at us for all the Bambi's mum jokes we've been making. We are so close to a morale check. Okay, knife edge is out of the infirmary. Good, good. Okay, Able is back. So flash fired, you're going to be an Able for now. And the Rommel doesn't have any AC-20 ammo, but it has oh, I beg your pardon, it has one shot of AC-20 ammo, but we can just use it as a poor man's LRM carrier. It's time for the morale check. Yes! The enemy is in full retreat, suffering devastating losses and scattered. They pose no significant threat and are incapable of organizing a counterattack. We have won. You have completely broken the Op 4 on contracts. Allied Command will resolve any remaining objectives at their leisure, though failed objectives will still count against you. The contract will end tomorrow. If the contract was successful, any outstanding payments will be rendered once the contract has concluded. We did it. Oh, the Saloon's back. We still don't want it. Go away. Anything in the market? Quite a few things, actually. But I think we're going to hold off. We fucking did it. And we didn't fail any objectives. We actually didn't fail any objectives. We did it. Oh, and we get one last resupply. Thank you. I should have asked for ammo. That's fine now. We did it. Complete mission. Outcome, success. Captain. So Loki, we've got Loki back. Captain, our personnel have been extracted. They're breathing, that's all we know right now. No point sugarcoating it. Captivity changes people. Some will bounce back, some won't. We'll deal with it as it comes. And they're offering 100,000 CEDOs to get their people back. Yeah, we'll accept the offer. Nobody wants to leave the unit. Fucking, we did it. Look at all these beautiful XPs. Oh, Loki got taken prisoner during a contract to get an extra edge. That's nice. That is such a relief. Anybody in the market? Another vehicle ground crew ground. Yeah, so we are recruiting them. Not really bothered at a soldier, especially not a disloyal one. Seeing as we are accidentally building a vehicle lands, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the vehicle crews we find across. Do you have anything cool? No. Do you have anything cool? Training, but otherwise no. Do you have anything cool? No. We definitely don't need any more green mech warriors. We have a loyalty auditor. We're actually going to grab this vehicle crew ground specifically because we can then stick them into. In fact, we're going to grab all these so we can take out our good pilots that are driving vehicles and put them in. What's your loyalty? Reliable? Okay, we're going to recruit the mechanic as well. And our standing with the Rasalhague Republic has increased. Good, good, good. Ooh. Okay. Let's go to vehicle crews. Congratulations, you guys are all sergeants. Celebratory meat? Yeah, no, this is really fucking good. Flatbed trucks. Anybody who doesn't suck is not going in a flatbed truck. And everybody who does suck is going in a flatbed truck. Okay, so that's our vehicle crew situation sorted out. Let us get somewhere safe. Where has got a good hiring hall? Nowhere. Okay. How far away is Rasalhague? It's quite a ways away. That's going to give us more than a month. In that case, let's retreat back to Tamar, the good old Tamar pack. It says it's the Federated Commonwealth. We don't want anywhere in the Federated Commonwealth. We don't like those guys. Let's go to Stanzach. A month. That's a bit better. Yes, we'll mothball everything. Okay, so we are traveling for 28 days, I believe. Man, that is absolutely fantastic. I am so pleased with that result. Like that was because we just simply didn't have the firepower to be able to take out the Op 4 bases. Our only chance was to be able to just blow their morale, and we did, and that is fantastic. 4 is no longer fatigued. Someone wanted to drop out their training, but I don't really care about them. Bambi once again wanted to drop out. Masude Din graduated from where? Looks like they were a dependent, so they were probably doing dependency things. Oh, they graduated from daycare. Okay. Then you need to go back to education this time. Oh, I need to wait for them to come back. Okay, I can do that. The vehicles are a good way to inject some firepower into your lands. Yeah, which we desperately need. Okay, let's have a look at the unit market. Better yet, let's start by just re-fucking organizing our lancers. Interesting that it hasn't unmothballed. There we go. We need to inoculate some people. Yeah, we'll get everybody. That's fine. Okay. Tira says, also while you're in downtime, I can recommend considering the large laser griffin refit. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. Okay, so we're actually in a really, really good position right now. What I want to do is we have an entire lance of goodies. I want to try and bring these online. So how's the repair bay? The repair bay is, we're just waiting for some 80-20 stock. That is fine. More AC-20 ammo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step away from the computer very briefly. It won't be more than a couple of minutes. And I am back. So let's, I feel like what we want to do here is take our combat units and let's unassign everybody, first of all. Actually, let's unassign all crew. Let's do a complete reset. because we don't need bodies in machines right now. We are going to mass activate these. Okay, unassign crew. Let's go to our tanks. I've lost them. There they are. And let's unmothball the Rommel. And then we're going to unassign everybody here as well. Now, there is a reason why we're doing this. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to unassign the tech crew. Oh, whoopsie doodles. That's fine. We can figure that out. Okay. So, now everything is... Let's try that again. Unassign all crew. So what we're doing is we are specifically going to use the quick assign, because this is going to better prioritize who gets assigned to what unit. Now, we don't need anybody assigned to units yet. Right next, we are not going into combat. What we're going to try and do is bring these mechs that are broken and busted. I want to try and bring them online. So let's order some parts. What do we need in the parts for? Required. Missing. Let's order a bunch. We don't need flak ammo. We'll have to find out what's got a flak ammo. Okay. We're also going to go parts in use, and we are going to reset everything to minimum. Apparently we have flak in one unit, so let's find out who the fuck's got flak. Probably the Rommel, thinking about it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Tira spotted it as well. So I don't want flak. Okay, so that's going to get our repair bays going. I'm planning to sit out for a little bit because I want to try and bring all these units online. So with that in mind, we're going to advance to a new month. Because we just had a hard contract. It's going to be a while before the red assholes surface again. But when they do surface, and I don't doubt that they will, we are absolutely going to be the unit assigned to them. Oh, we have a lot of people considering leaving. However, once we pay them a retention bonus, we're good. Okay, we had someone graduate. Good, good. King Miles says they've shared a proper Wolverine in Discord. Let's have a look here. Let's switch over to Discord. Shazam. So let's see what we're looking at here. Oh god, retractable blades and hard gel? And every quirk under the sun. Oh my god, this thing's a monster. Look at this. Heavy ferrofibrous reinforced structure. I'm surprised it's only got a standard gyro. Oh, a 275 light. Okay, that's nice. 10 heat sinks, but we are not shooting any guns. We did save Loki. Yes, the pirates returned in to us. Yeah, no, this Loki was captured, but we managed to save them. Yeah, no, this is great. Yeah, I have no feedback. Are we still on Discord screen? Yeah, I know, because I'm looking at the Wolverine. Yeah, it's actually intended for once. Show them the current mission report and after report. Where are we? Let's have a look. Boop. Holy shit, that is a lot of salvage. I've seen your after action reports on the official MegaMek Discord, link in the place where links live on Twitch, and yeah, I saw some of your after reports. I do not believe they were rebels. I think they were air brackets rebels. That is a lot of salvage. 126 million C-bills, 90%. That's fucking fantastic. That is an amazing contract. And by the way, if anybody's wondering, there is a link to our Discord in the place where links live. So we have the official MegaMek Discord. There's our Discord. There's also the YouTube channel where all our VODs live. But back to MekHQ. Okay, actually, we should remember we should have a look at XP in a second as well. Just seeing if we've got anything to worry about. Musade Din is now... Musade Din's finally arrived. They are a child, so we'll send them off to education. It's time for them to go to boarding school. Okay, let us see then if there's any good applicants if we care about any of these. An elite professional, really don't care about that. What do we have in support? Admin logistics, yes, let's grab an admin logistics. Do we have any more vehicle crews? Let's recruit you. And we'll just grab a couple more for spares. College degree on the professional in case you want to make a 600-day investment into a regular tech. Actually, yeah, all right. Yeah, let's do that. I really need to get better at checking these. Yeah, let's recruit you. Okay. Vehicle crews as sergeants. Then we had a professional. Let's go down to civilians. There's our professional. And you are getting the rank of recruit. And let's get you off to school. So can we get you into any prestigious academies? University Tamar as a medical technician junior. I really want... We could get a vet. I think we should try and get a veteran administrator out of this. Logistics, fantastic. Surgery, any veteran. Yeah, let's try and get them into the University of Tamar. They got in. They got in. It's 12,000 days. Yeah, I'm happy to fire and forget that. Okay, so they got into the University of Tamar. Let's see if our investment is worthwhile. Let's have a look at the unit market. We're pretty poor right now, so I'm a little bit loath to get anything too much. Yeah, do we have any flatbed trucks? No. A surprise admin will help us later. Yeah, exactly. Those prime movers are worth every penny? Really? Okay. What's good about the prime mover? The next day delivery. I wish. Oh, I get the joke. I get the joke. Cargo. Let's have a look at what's the cargo. Oh, 20 tons cargo. Okay, yeah, let's grab that. How much is it? $500,000? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay, I will say the next day delivery joke was a good one. That got me. Okay, 8 days until we get a new Centurion. Okay, we're still sitting, waiting for repairs, so let's hold off for another month. Oh, shit. Radar says they use prime movers and upgrades to their flatbeds. Tira says some of their jokes statistically have to land. Private Toon has returned from their education. So they have now returned from their education, and they are qualified as a vehicle crew. Shazam. Which means they're now promoted to sergeant. Shazoo. Mitsuhide Din has arrived on campus. So has Kaoru Suzuki, who wanted to immediately drop out, but they were convinced to stay. Nothing exciting there. Buffalo BFFLs are good also. Okay, good to know. Anybody in good standing? I feel like we're in a good place right now. Any goodies in the unit report? It's about MekHQ recovery vehicles, but I feel pretty good where I am. Got another prime mover? Let's grab that. The minor defense capabilities. Okay, for prime movers. Okay, that's good to know. How's our repair bay? We're still waiting on transit mostly. How is our stuff in transit looking? Okay, a month or two and we should have everything. The ballista will help you so much with dropships. Ballista self-propelled artillery. Okay. Oh, sniper. Yeah, alright. We're gonna buy it, but this is probably gonna be the last thing we can afford to buy. So we'll grab it, but that's gonna have to be it. We're under 20 mil. And I want to be able to sit on my heels for at least 2 more months. Oh, Corporal Henriette Deloy gave birth to a boy. That's nice. Fantastic news. Radar says half their self-propelled artillery are ballistic. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The artillery is amazing for base attacks. Okay. That's good to know. It's time for employee check. Time for them to eat more of our money. It's a major weak point in the roster. Okay. Oh, we got Flash Fried to 18! Ah, happy birthday, Flash Fried! I think for Flash Fried's birthday, we are going to give her a pay raise. There should be a way to give money. I'll give payment right in front of me. Let's give Flash Fried a happy birthday present at 20,000 C-bills. Radar says, wait, she was only 17 when you joined the unit? Yeah, no, she was. But now she's 18. We've got 2 veterans in the pool this week. A soldier and vehicle crew ground. We will grab that vehicle crew. Let's grab the soldier because a recruit's a recruit. I definitely want to get regular mech techs and mechanics. Let's make sure we investigate these first. That's your call. You're cool. You're unreliable. Ugh. But we'll take you anyway. Military analyst, you got anything decent? No. No, we do not. Yeah, I think that's everybody we just recruited. Employees can be as long as 16. That is correct. Originally, we did have it changed to minimum age was 18, but there's so many examples in the lore of 16-year-old pilots and so forth. We just went with 16. Okay, how's the repair bay looking? The repair bay is clear. Everything is repaired. We have some nice goodies in transit. Do I really want to wait 2 more months for them to arrive? I think I do, honestly. I don't think we're in a rush to ship off. So let's advance 2 more months. Hey, Captain. I hope you're ready to handle your newfound fame because it's Captain Scrotorius Day. The kids have been planning for days. There are crafts, questionable sculptures, and from what I can only describe as dramatic interpretive dance celebrating your leadership. Try not to look too shocked when you see the drawings. Some of them are artistic interpretations of your nose. I love me Appreciation Day. Time for the slackers to eat more of our cash. Tira says, I wonder who could have been responsible for this awesome evocative art. Oh, okay. There's a rare applicant in the recruitment database. Who are they? Hyperspace Navigator. There we go. I don't really care. Another veteran vehicle crew ground. Yes, please. A mechanic and a mech tech. Oh, a regular mech warrior, and they're not crap. Let's grab them. It's always Hyperspace Navigator, unfortunately. Oh, Bambi's 18 and still trying to quit school. Okay. Who's the people we just recruited? Mech Warrior is going to come in as a corporal. Vehicle Crew Ground, going to come in as a sergeant. Mech Warriors really probably should be sergeants, thinking about it. So, change rank. Sergeante. Tira says it's late for me, so I shall need to do a Bambi and drop out, rebuild well. We'll probably be stopping in half an hour anyway. We're just going to get ourselves prepped up for the next contract, so you're not going to miss much, Tiris, and thank you for joining. Okay, and we're not going to look in the unit market lest we get tempted. Take care, Tiris. And while we're just passing through the months, getting ourselves set up for our 3rd contract, if you're enjoying what you see and you've been traveling along with us, consider hitting the follow button, subscribe if you're feeling spicy, and if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Let's see here. Okay, that all looks good. Bambi's wanting to drop out again. Okay, so let's have a look at the hiring hall. Mechanics. We've got a trauma counselor. A couple of soldiers. Let's grab the mechanic. having extra support personnel is never, ever a bad thing. And that should... Yeah, everything's arrived. So let's unmothball our new goodies. Okay, advanced day. Okay, this time we're going to remember to unassign the right people. We can only unassign all or non-tech. Okay, that's fair enough. Right, so our next step, now we have everything online, is to assign crew. So let's do our vehicles first. And we want statistics. The Rhino is, of course, going to go to Miranda. Actually, let's assign Miranda to a gunner role. Just because we don't then have a doubling up on crit slots. Then we can add Rommels. We have so many veteran vehicle crew. We may be quickly turning into a vehicle force at this rate. There we go. I screwed up. Give me a second. There we go. There we are. Okay, the Rommel still needs one person, I think. Yeah, okay. Radar says 39% of my force is armor of some sort. Yeah, like people really didn't used to use combined arms as much as I think they personally should. Okay, and the rest of these can just be assigned to whomever. Oh, didn't want to assign you. So what we're doing here is we are just assigning people to our various goodies. Radar says most of their armor are manticores. The manticores are just fantastic. Can I just mass assign these? I can. I can't. Oh well. We maybe need to think about a way to streamline this process, because this is pretty tedious. So I guess how often do you unassign everybody? Yeah. I think Billy says they had the same annoyance in the current campaign. I feel like we can do something here. If someone wants to put in an RFE just highlighting this issue, I might be able to do assign crews using the exact same system as the quick assign maintenance techs. If someone wants to do that. I'm not going to remember if you don't, so if someone else wants this feature, I know I do. Maybe put in the RFE. Radar says they're on it. Yeah, because this is something I wholeheartedly agree. we can absolutely improve this whole rubbish process. And I can see that being incredibly useful for players with really large campaigns. There we go. Okay, that's all our vehicles taken care of. Now our mechs. So Odin gets the awesome. Mass assigned crews. Yeah, exactly that. Actually, before we assign these, let's go and spend some XP. So, no, I know I literally just unassigned everybody, but I think I probably should just go ahead and do this. Okay, I know she's only an Ultra Green, but Flash Ride's getting the Griffin. We have better people, but Red Frosting is the Panther pilot. Bird Kicker's now piloting a Whitworth. Mr. Krabs, of course, has to go in the Scorpion. Otherwise, we're never going to remember that the Scorpion can't also twist. Okay. So, now let's go to the tow. Let's organize the tow. Charlie Lance is under strength, but I'm happy with where they are. Let's make Abel Lance our Chonk Lance. So we're going to Odin. Where's our Battle Master? Actually. Let's just do it this way. No, I think I was tempted to put the Panther in to Charlie. What do people think about putting the Panther into Charlie while I'm doing these guys? Just let me know what you think. I'm just worried that the Panther might be a little bit too slow. The Centurion and the Whitworth are going into reserve. So we actually have reserves. I have some water. But yeah, let me know what you think. Should we pair the Panther so Charlie actually has a little bit of firepower? It does have jump jets that would replace our missing Wasp. Finkety. While we're finketing, let's do parts and reports. We need any extra stuff. We need loads of extra stuff. Panther feels like it wouldn't be able to keep up. That is actually my exact concern. So in that case, Panther, yeah, kind of slow for breakthroughs. Yeah, so the Panther is going to go into reserves. Okay. So that's significantly increased our combat strength up here. So let's start spending some of this beautiful XP. Oh, we need to, I beg your pardon, we need to go in and do the same for vehicles. Actually, able. Damn it. Let's do this again. So, signed up formation, able company, able alliance. And we don't care about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take in Baker. I'm actually going to go into the toe because with the vehicles, we're actually in a position to add the start of a second company. So heading back to our hangar. Let's actually, what we're going to do here, I know I keep changing my mind, but that's because I keep coming up with good ideas. Let's sign have Baker Company be our vehicle company. So that's our 2 Rommels and a Rhino. So let's go back to just mechs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am so glad I added the ability to assign in here. Like, do you remember when you had to manually add units one by one? That was fucking awful. There we go. And you 3 can go into reserve. Now heading back to tanks. Realizes I mostly do everything for my toe for now, actually. Yeah, that's how it always used to work. That's the BattleTech recovery vehicles. Flatbed trucks. We will. We're actually going to make a second. Let's move command out of the company level. And we've got 2 salvage. We're actually going to make 2 logistics forces. Able logistics. And we're also going to add a new force, Baker logistics. And we'll add a flatbed truck and a prime mover to command, logistics, I can go to able. And then the other flatbed trucks and other prime mover can go to Baker. I know this bit isn't the most interesting to watch, but I do think it's an important step that we need to do. Who are we listing now? We're missing a mash truck. That's easy enough. There's base camp. And we also have a Sherpa mobile canteen, which also goes to base camp. Radar says it gives me an idea how to improve my tow. Well, I'm glad someone's getting some use out of it. And last but not least, we should have some infantry. I'll be so glad when we can't start getting some battle armor. Okay, that is everything done. Let's change name. Okay, so that gives us Able, Baker, and Command. So I think we are in a position now to start spending some XP. Now, the reason I wanted to do all that before I started spending XP was specifically because I wanted everybody assigned to their stuff. So, first of all, support personnel. We don't really need to worry too much about the support personnel. We are just going to hit Quick Train. And let's go with continuous classes. A bunch of improvement across the field. Very, very nice. Combat personnel require a little bit more finesse. So vehicle crews is very much the same. We're just going to hit Quick Train. Don't we have a vehicle that we're missing? Yes. Okay, we missed something. So add a unit. No, add a new force. Baker. Lance. Oh, misspelled Lance because I'm dumb. And we're going to add a self-propelled artillery. But back to this. Let's select everybody. I'm going to Quick Train and go into continuous. Okay, looks like we managed to... We didn't have anybody to improve. That's okay. Mech Warriors, though, require a little bit more work. Because it's largely going to depend on what formation they're in. So, basically, everybody except Charlie. No, we need to choose leaders for these forces. Derp, 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 derp. Okay. So Abel has Odin and leading it. Baker has Bird Kicker. And I think we're going to go ahead and promote a Momura Hori. No, how can we do that when we have Barry Trotter? Gee, who has anybody got any leadership already? Okay, yeah, so it's you're being made into a Master Sergeant. Okay, so there's a reason why we're doing that, because these folks, we're going to go and Quick Train, but we also want them to improve their... cancel that. Not you. We want them to improve their leadership. Not too worried about training. And we want them to improve their other command skills. This is going to be in addition to their normal skills. Okay, there we go. Now, Momoru, we want to Quick Train. We want the same settings, improve leadership and other command skills. But we also want to add scouting to that. Last but not least, everybody else in Charlie, we want to Quick Train. We want them to improve their scouting skills. And we also want to make sure that everybody does have a scouting skill. Or at least if they have the XP for it. Probably should have done this before I spent all their XP. But that's okay. Let's go to new skills, let's go to utility, and we want to find scouting. Going communication then is a good choice. There we go. That's going to at least give us some chance of of starting to pass some of these scouting checks. And we're going to really want to focus down on Charlie, get their scouting skills up, because we're really suffering from a lack of scouting. Interesting how they've all got sleight of hand. Makes me wonder if there's a bug there. Maybe it's counting scouting skills, but actually it's training escape skills. I'll need to investigate that. But for everybody else, and really anybody in general, we just want to select everybody, and we just want them to improve their normal skills. Okay, no, so I'm not seeing it here, so I know it is just they happen to both have sleight of hand, which is good because that's actually an escape skill, so that makes them better at escaping. Okay, so that's brought us up online. Now let's hit the contract market. The last thing we're going to do for today. So we have 3 pirate hunting contracts. One's offering 34, well, technically 35 million sea bills. That would be huge. Sounds like a trap. It is, it is on Tamar. We're once again heading into Liver and Terrorwolf. Surface gravity is 1.2, that's fine. Okay, that's all I care about, really. So we're getting independent, so we'll have no support. Let's try and buff that. I don't actually want independent. No, independent's fine. Transport's 10%, 50%, 10% salvage though. Let's try and get that salvage up. 80% salvage. Straight support is 40%, battle loss is 20. It is an 18-month contract. With an estimated profit of 35 million sea bills, plus 80% salvage. This is the contract that's going to build us up for the clan invasion. I don't want to be independent. Integrated, I'll go with integrated. Integrated can be rough, but I feel like it's going to be fine in this instance. So yeah, what do we think, folks? Who wants to have 35 million sea bills and 80% salvage? I would really want to re-roll transport, but I'm worried that if I do, it's going to tank the profits. Transport reimbursement is only 1 million. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it for improved transport. 100% transport. We've got it. We have absolutely fucking got it. We have a 36 million sea bill profit. We have 80% salvage. We have 40% straight support. 20% required combat team. Do we want to risk it? Let's see. Straight support. Okay, we lost 20% battle loss, but that's okay. Take this. You're dumb if you don't take this. We could just remove it. Okay, so. We have spent... Actually, it's accepting. Okay, the enemy's already losing ground, suffering significant casualties. It is disorganized. However, they can still put up resistant in isolated areas. They're already fucking sucking. I'm Lieutenant IllianiDev. Your reliability hasn't gone unnoticed. Let's keep the trend going. Understood. Yes, we will take the tow. Yes, we'll take it. It's only 14 days out. We're not going to need any of that. Okay, let's get ourselves in system. We're literally going one jump. So here's the story as we advance to Tamar. After a couple... too far. After a couple of months of R&R, the Scrotorious Basterds have once again called to duty. There is a rumor that allied forces in the Rasalhague Republic have been engaging the red assholes in the Tamar system, once again operating on the Lyran Commonwealth border. Due to their red assholes, Perfect. Due to their familiarity with the evolving situation involving the definitely Lyran Commonwealth supported red assholes. Is Tamar a Free Republic system? It is not. It is Federated Commonwealth Alliance. We're once again going into FedCom territory to strike at the red assholes, which are clearly a FedCom sponsored terrorist organization that is a threat to Rasalhague's sovereignty. Our allied forces are already operating behind Federated Commonwealth lines to push the red assholes out of the picture entirely. The red assholes are weakened, but our allies lack the strength to deliver the killing blow. And there is a fear that the red assholes will be able to rally. So that is why we have been put into action. We're already in system. We're ready to kick ass. We have an entire company. We have nearly a full lance of reserves. And we're sitting on the beginnings of a second company. We have so much cargo capacity. We require about 24 tons. We have that in just one of our cargo and one of our logistics convoys, but now we have two. I need to bring up the recruit. There we go. Oh, I forgot to do that for the POWs. But yeah, so we are sitting on a fantastic contract. All we need to do is push the red assholes off of Tamar. Push them back because we're trying to see where they flee to. So our goal is to figure out where are the red assholes based so that we can make a single critical strike against them where they least expect it. So you can remove the red assholes from the equation forever. But that is, of course, where we are going to end it today. Here is our AO. We've already got multiple. We've already captured or set up a field communication center, a data center to monitor enemy communications, and our allies have even established a mech base. We have 18 months to do this. We have 3 support points. The deployment period is only 2 days. And we only need to bring them down 2 more morale steps. But we do, if we can't break the morale, we are going to need to get 22 victory points. So we're in a very strong position, but that is where we're going to end it today. So as we bring ourselves to a close of another glorious day here in the Rasalhague Republic, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been joining us for this weird, wonderful adventure. I really appreciate every one of you for coming out here each week and listening to me waffle on about absolutely nonsense. And if you haven't already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you feel up to it and you're enjoying yourself that much, then subscribes are always definitely welcome. But as always, never feel like you have to. I only want people to subscribe if they want to subscribe, not because they feel they need to. I'm always going to be here. But again, if you want to subscribe, I'll be more than happy. All funds gathered through subscriptions are going towards a new computer so I can develop even better. Get that sweet, sweet water. So, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can get notified when we go live. If you guys haven't already, make sure to join our Discord. The Discord is in the links place, be that on YouTube or on Twitch. You know where links live. Also, the schedule hasn't changed. This week was a little bit all over the place regarding when we were streaming. I do apologize for that. I had just moved house. But next week we'll be back to our normal schedule. I'll make sure that I'm not screwing up my time zones this time. Whoopsie doodles. If you're not sure of the schedule, it's in the schedule place on Twitch. Woo! If you're on YouTube, it is 4 times a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, live development streams. And lastly, of course, the Scrotorious Basterds, which is what we've just been enjoying. We'll be bringing us on to our 7th episode next week. But until then, I am going to wish you a fair adieu. Again, always try to do your best. That's all anyone can ask for. And may every hit be a crit. Good night, everybody. Ciao.